And welcome back to Denver Sports 760. Andy Lindahl, Ed McCaffrey. Our girl, Romy Bean, is heading on out. She's coming to the Super Bowl. She's coming with the cheerleaders. We're excited to get her out here, but she's not here yet. So in her place, we've decided to hire Warren Moon. How about that?
I've got my pom-poms with me, too.
Did you look good in like those Cam Newton Versace pants? Could you pull that off?
That would probably give me some type of infection.
Well, then you know what? We won't ask. First, if we could have you say hello to everyone in that camera. That's denverbroncos.com. Check us out there. We are streaming. So great to have you on the show here, Warren. First and foremost, what do you think of this matchup so far? I thought for a while the way the Seahawks got on a roll, maybe we'd be having a little bit different matchup, a little bit conversation today. But the Panthers, did the Panthers get? I don't want to say lucky because they played a very good game, but did it benefit them to have the Seahawks have to go so far east for that game?
Yeah, but that's the advantage of having home field. The other teams got to come in. They're coming in off of another tough football game the week before in Minnesota where the weather conditions were crazy and so cold there. That takes a lot out of your body too, because your body has to work extra hard in order to keep itself warm. So you're using more energy in a cold game than you think you would. And then you have to travel back across country for the second time. No team, I don't think, is ever going to play as 2 10 o'clock starts like that. So I'm sure it affected them a little bit. They came out of the gate slow. But Carolina hit you in the mouth when you play against them early. And you saw them do the same thing the next week against Arizona. They were up in that game before you knew it. They were up 17-3, and all of a sudden you're playing catch-up. So that's what they do. They put you on your wheels. It's important for Denver to start this game and keep it close as long as they can. And then you have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. Because if they get ahead early, like they've done in other games, I don't know if they have the offense Denver right now to come from behind, especially with Peyton and some of his inabilities in his throwing.
Well, I'm having deja vu all over again. We spoke a couple of years ago. We went to an event. I was doing my thing, talking to the Broncos fans. We were talking a little bit to the Seahawks fans, but you predicted that Seattle would win. But come on, there's no way you expected
no,
that game, did you?
I didn't. I knew that team was capable of it, but what happens in a big game like this, I think, because of the momentum in life, I mean, bad things happen early, it can really snowball against you, and I think that's what happened in Denver. When things started off bad, the first snap of the football game, you get freaking safety on the play, and next thing you know, you're down 2-0. You haven't even really taken a play or two. So it really turned bad for them early, but they're a better football team than what they showed.
How so? Well, so 2 years ago, setting all kinds of records, over 600 points, 55 touchdowns, blow 37.5 points a game, just crushing it. Obviously, that game unfolded a little differently, and it didn't work out. How is this team different? How is this team better positioned if they are better positioned?
They're more physical on defense, they're faster on defense, they're more experienced on defense. You got Von Miller who didn't play in that game against us. He's a nuisance on that side. You got Ware on the other side. Both of those guys can play fantastic. They really good speed at the linebacker position. They can cover as well. And then they got guys in the secondary with size that can also cover. So this is a much better team on defense. And offensively, they're more diverse. They run the football a little bit better where in that game, if they weren't able to throw the football, they couldn't do anything else. I think in this game, because they can run the football a little bit better, it gives you a little bit more balance, and it doesn't let the defense just tee off and do one thing against you. Kind of like what you guys did against New England. New England could not run the football, and that just allowed you guys to just come out and throw everything and people.
Do you find it funny that in this era of fantasy football where everyone's worried about the offensive number and the passing stats and whatever, the last few years have been dominated, especially by Seattle, by defensive football teams? It doesn't really change, even though we in the media try to make it out to be different.
different quarterback. How do you stop that? You know, you got to take some chances. You got to really be aggressive on defense. You can't sit back and let things dictate what they want to do offensively. You got to take some chances running lifting. You got to take some chances blitzing in passing situations. Hopefully your guys can clamp down and be able to play some good man coverage. I think Denver has enough coverage guys in the back end that they can play some good man coverage, force him to hold the football and let that defensive pass rush get to him. But you got to take some risks. You got to bring some pressure at certain times. You don't expect them to do that. And I think Wade Phillips is the right type of defensive coordinator that will take those types of risks. They're going to beat you sometimes on some plays, and you're going to beat them sometimes hopefully on some plays, but you got to take some risks. You can't just sit there and let this big, powerful football team led by this big, powerful quarterback just run it.
I want to ask you about fortheplayers.com. I know this is about the concussion settlement. I got to be honest with you, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this. We've got a guy that does the show with us from time to time in Denver. He's done Monday Night Breakdowns with me, named Jeb Putzer, played tight end for the Broncos. He's struggling tremendously with the after effects of a concussion, to the point where some people don't believe me sometimes, but we do a 3-hour show. He can only get through 2 hours of it before he goes home the next day. He'll sleep a lot the next day. It just doesn't seem like there's a way to get it under control. What's going on with the settlement so far?
I know a lot of guys like that too. Just having one person struggling because of concussion, or because of just playing the game in general. This concussion settlement is made the players like that.
Hey, good luck to your Panthers.
Wear and tear takes such a toll on you. Some of these guys are going to keep a job. Some of these guys deep the pressure. And some guys, you've got stories of guys driving home and stopping those types of things. So I want to make sure these guys understand the process you have to go through in order to do it. Money's going to be there once it comes out of the field. The NFL is not going to tell you how to get the money. The process that you have to go through, whether it's the application process, the medical records process, and also maybe get diagnosed by a doctor. All that information has to be put in within a certain period of time. You have 180 days from the time that's to get all that work done. And if you don't, you miss out on any compensation from the settlement forever. So I just want to make sure all the guys that are out there struggling and deserve to get money from this compensation get it. And that's why we developed a website, fortheplayers.com. Also the 1-800 number, 844-844. Tell that number and go to the website. Any questions answered, so you know exactly what you need to do and what period of time to do it, so you don't miss out on something.
Well,
There's a deadline coming up right now or something. No deadline right now because the appeal is got appeal systems for I'm just giving guys like this. So right now they can go out there and just start asking questions. A lot of guys are going to need legal representation. That's what I did. I went and got legal representation. I have no symptoms, so I have to get a baseline test. I didn't know that. Get a baseline test if I ever get symptoms down the road. I don't even know exactly what my baseline is. So there's different things like that that guys don't know about. If you never had a concussion before, but you have some of the symptoms that come with concussion, you're still qualified as well. So a lot of guys don't know that. Some guys don't think they're going to get a check signal now because they had concussion. That's not going to happen either. So there's a process you have to go through. You just want to make sure guys know how much is there. It's time to go. So given all that's happening, I really like what the NFL is now doing to make the game better.
we're going to break. Let him go record with Eugene, and then bring them both back for us, and I'll talk to Lady while he's gone.
Penalizing guys that don't play by the rules, spending money, money being put in research, better equipment. And then the game is being taught differently at the grassroots level, which is where you really going to see the change how the game is played. With all these things being done, you're not going to ever get rid of concussions. It's a contact sport.
We got to let you go. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you putting this out there. I'll make sure that he gets it and everybody else. It's fortheplayers.com is where you can start the process, right, Warren? Thank you so much. All right, we're going to come back. Eugene Robinson, Jeff Legwald, all ahead. We got a ton happening here on Denver Sports 760, Voice of Broncos. Go do your interview with Eugene, and you both come back and talk to us, okay? I'm going to talk to Leggy while you're gone. Let's just get that over with, so there's nothing holding you up after this is over. Because that's Westwood One, and that's a major power play. Well, walk with him, and okay.
How you doing, dude? How you doing? I'm not
Andy Lindahl, nice to meet you, Eugene. What's that? It's just a billboard that I got to read. Don't worry about that. I'll do it at some point here.